Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Wizards has finally realized that they are fucking up their secret layer cards and have politely, finally, gonna give some replacements. And their reasoning might be a little weird. But let's take a look at it. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Become a YouTube member like my boy Sawyer. Shout out to him like he gets every video because he's just the man. And links in the description. eBay, TCG players down there. Supports the channel for cards. For the box opening series, the Otaku Shop, 10% off. All your sweet anime needs. Go check it out. Also, come check us out on Whatnot. If you don't have an account, this invite will get you $15 of credit. Apparently, if you use your credit, people are telling me you still have to pay cash for shipping. So no matter where you use the credit at, just know you'll still have to pay shipping, even if you have money left over in your credit. The credit does not apply to shipping. I thought that was some useful information that I wish they would tell everybody. But anyway, so also as a channel supporting device, we have our new enamel pin of my logo, the captain himself, on Whatnot and in the YouTube space. Feel free to go grab you one. It'll help support the channel and make you cool, because I've got to admit, this came out way better than I thought it would. This thing is dope for a 1-inch pin. Who says 1 inches can't be amazing? Anyway, so moving on. What we have here, Wizards replaces cards after admitting secret layer mistake. Oh my god, they're admitting they made a mistake. Someone write this shit down. Thank God it's on the internet. Anyway, as much as it has been a bit of a role recently, secret layer is hardly immune to making mistakes. They make tons of mistakes. Let's not even go there. Anyhow, between suspected distribution methods and abysmal reprint value, yeah. Let's also not forget wait times of over an hour to 2 to 3 hours when you're trying to buy a product. Love of Christ in heaven. Anyway, there are certainly still problems to be addressed. That said, for the most part, secret layer is performing fairly well nowadays. I disagree with that, Alex. Sorry, but the wait line is fucking abysmal and should not be necessary. I mean, how hard is it to buy something and then just know what your inventory is? Like, bleh. Anyway, sadly, while most secret layer drops go as planned, we have seen major printing mistakes occur. Some of the cards that have been censored, while others have the wrong card type, making a useless counterspell. Most recently, a printing error caused unique foils not to look as good as they should have, much to the dismay of players. Thankfully, while it's taken some time, Wizards is now addressing the problem in the new statement. Luckily, this is good news for anyone who purchased it and was disappointed. So, this here is a picture of the letter that you would have got in the mail. It is for, excuse me, 2 secret layer drops, Alien Auras Galaxy Foil, and Death Bringers, I can't see it from here, Galaxy Foil Edition. Now, when this was first announced, the 2 Commander Reinforcement secret layer drops were hugely exciting. As the new spin on the classic formula, Wizards offered these drops via the Chaos Vault along with Edge of Eternity precons. So you could get these with or without a precon. It was up to you. That just kind of told me that they had way too many precons. And anyway, moving on. While they could be purchased separately, the secret layers were clearly intended to be novel upgrades for the decks. Now, beyond just being useful upgrades with new art, the Commander Reinforcement drops also had a unique foil treatment, bringing back Galaxy foils. Seen in Infinity and Edge of Eternities, this significantly more expensive variant features a fantastic flavor. Sadly, the fun flavor ended up falling short once in players' hands. Falling short, sorry. Yeah, so the thing is, the Galaxy foiling, as cool as it is, and we know how sweet it is from Infinity, was jacked up in several ways. People complained about a lot of it. And the real reason that this set sold well was because of the special Galaxy foiling. So when people got these and started cracking them open and they were all shitty, people really got upset. And to begin with, some people are like, oh, calm down, blah, 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 contact Wizards, whatever, right? Well, then more and more people started opening these things and realizing that their foiling was just awful, if not just jacked up to all hell to begin with. And for a premium product that you spent good money on, that had not a lot of real value per se, just mainly clout and flashiness, people were pissy. And as people found out that this was more and more of a problem, more and more people opened their secret layers to find theirs too were also messed up. And started to lead to, as you could say, a snowball downhill as it built and built as more of the community voiced concerns, disappointment, and many other things that we won't say on YouTube about this set and just Wizards quality in general. So it led to this right here. Now, this in particular, as you can see, is another copy of the one we just saw. This is the one from an actual email that I managed to acquire. And it says, at Secret Lair, we hold ourselves to a high bar, whatever, for how our cards look and feel, especially our Galaxy foil treatments. After reviewing recent releases, we determined the following effect on 2 drops were not fully consistent with our intended presentation. Again, Alien Auras, Death Burger Galaxy. I don't know why it's burger, but anyway. To make this right, we are producing complimentary replacements for each unit of these drops purchased directly from Secret Lair. What's this mean to you? No action is needed. Replacements will be shipped to you automatically to your original address. 1 for 1. You'll receive 1 replacement set per unit of either drop you purchased. There's no cost. Everything, including shipping's on them. Keep your originals. You don't have to return anything back. And then timing. Productivity is underway. We'll email you with an estimated ship date once confirmed. Now, we appreciate your patience and passion for Secret Lair, so forth, so on. Complimentary replacement is our way of ensuring you receive an experience we intended to deliver. Yada, yada. Now, this does bring up some concerns which were addressed in this little article. Now, having Wizards fix a Secret Lair problem like this on a wide scale is fantastic. Wizards could have easily hidden the solution behind support channels. Having it happen automatically is a huge welcome. We also hope that this will, again, in the future, if printing issues like this appear once more, that this will happen again. While this announcement is great news for those who bought the Galaxy foil last month, things aren't necessarily perfect. Sure, players who paid good money for fantasy foils will get those cards, but this will also create tons of spare, undesirable cards. Worryingly, this might not be the way to tell these cards. There might not be a way to tell these cards apart. So, on here it states, Hanson WK on Reddit points out, Wizards will issue these reprints with new collector numbers to differentiate them. Even if this happens, MTG players will have to be on the lookout to ensure that they get the cards they're after. On one plus side, this reprint could make the failed Galaxy foils surprisingly cheap, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, there's that scenario I'd like to point out. There's also a scenario where certain collectors or a niche market could appear that wants to collect these cards because they know that they are faulty. If you haven't seen it before, and I'm sure you guys have heard about it, there's very many niche markets where people love to collect misprints of all shapes and sizes. Whether it be, pack crimping, wrong colors, cards printed off center, so it's like 2 cards on 1 card, sheets cut wrong, cards cut wrong just in general. This could fall in that category, which could raise their price to some individuals while lowering it for others. It will really depend how this plays out in the long run on what effect this will have on the market. And I think it's important, I really do, that we watch how this affects the Secret Lair for this release. Because if it makes it a lot cheaper, then what that means is anytime we see them admit to something like this and they're going to do a reprinting, we know there's no point to buying the Secret Lair anymore because the cards will plummet and you can get them dirt cheap. Or on the flip side, it could mean that if this happens, the cards will spike due to demand of people who want something that is technically a misprint and they know is not right, and yada, 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 causing it to also spike. So it's going to be very interesting to watch how this affects the market and really see which direction we go with this. And also, option C, it could do fucking nothing. And nobody give two shits other than, I don't like the way that card looks. I don't want it. And there could also be that because, I don't know, Magic players are fickle. Some of us. Anyway. So, with all that going on, despite having some history of the Galaxy foils now, the Secret Lair cards, they all looked off. Many of the cards, especially darker colored ones like Reprocess and Aggressive Mining, they barely look like foils at all. Now, considering players paid $20 extra specifically for Galaxy foil treatment, this was quite a slap in the face. Now, thankfully, Wizards of the Coast is aware of the problem, and they'll be fixing it, so forth and so on. Now, no estimated shipping date, so forth and so on, and this just feeds back into also not just what we just talked about, but if enough players speak up during other secret layers that get released about how bad they are for some reason, will this trigger other reprints for other sets of secret layer? So, all of it said and done, I think what they're doing is the correct way to do it. However, I think everybody, including Wizards, should watch to see what effect this has on the market to see if the right way to fix it really fixes it as a whole. Because, I mean, to be fair, is this something you really want to do if you print a bunch of secret layer cards that do not have in-set replicas and they're one-time cards only meant to be in secret layer, and you screw the foiling up or something, causing you to have to, well, double the print run and shafting the value, pissing everyone off. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And I'll report back if anything ever hears of it. But to be honest with you, this will probably be a one and done that everybody will sweep under the rug as news, sets, and everything else that keeps pumping out of Wizards just piles on top of each other until everything's just on the bottom of the heap. Till next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. I mean, at least you got extra secret layers.